The real reason ultra-processed foods are making us sick. Every day, most people eat foods they think are safe foods labeled as healthy, low-fat, high-protein, or natural. But hidden behind these labels is a dangerous truth that almost no one talks about. Ultra-processed foods have quietly taken over our diets, and scientists now warn that they're linked to obesity, diabetes, cancer, depression, and even early death. These foods are engineered for profit, not for your health. And the scariest part, you may be eating them without even knowing it. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what these products are doing to your body and why experts around the world consider them one of the biggest threats to modern health. Let's start. In today's world, food has become more than just nourishment. It has become a business, a mass-produced commodity, and in many cases, a carefully engineered product designed to be irresistible. Walk into any supermarket, corner store, or gas station, and you will be surrounded by colorful packaging, bold labels, crunchy snacks, ready-to-eat meals, and sweetened drinks that promise convenience, flavor, and satisfaction. But behind this shiny facade lies a quiet danger, one that scientists, nutrition experts, and public health advocates have spent years trying to warn us about. It is the growing dominance of ultra-processed foods, a category of industrial products that has been crafted and refined so heavily that they barely resemble real food anymore. What makes these products so alarming is not just their overwhelming presence in modern diets, but the range of health problems they are increasingly linked to: obesity, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, depression, anxiety. Addiction-like eating behavior studies around the world consistently point toward the same culprit. And while most people think of junk food as the occasional bag of chips or fast food meal, the reality is far more troubling. Ultra-processed foods are everywhere, quietly hiding behind labels that claim to be healthy, natural, low-fat, or high-protein. Today, we are going deep into the truth behind these foods. You will learn what they are, how they're made, why they're so addictive, and most importantly, how they affect your body in ways you might never have imagined. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why health experts and nutrition scientists around the world are calling ultra-processed foods one of the biggest threats to modern public health. Before we can understand the danger, we need to understand the definition. Ultra-processed foods are not just foods that are cooked, frozen, or packaged. They are products that have undergone multiple industrial processes, often using substances you would never find in a home kitchen. These products are typically made from cheap, refined ingredients like modified starches, industrial oils, processed proteins, and added sugars. Then they are shaped, flavored, colored, and chemically enhanced to achieve a specific taste, texture, and shelf life. These products include soft drinks, packaged snacks, flavored yogurts, instant noodles, frozen meals, sugary cereals, chicken nuggets, processed breads, and thousands of other products lining store shelves. Many of them are engineered not just for taste, but for hyperpalatability, meaning they're designed to be extremely appealing, often in a way real food cannot compete with. When you pick up an item and see ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, dextrose, emulsifiers, artificial sweeteners, hydrogenated oils, stabilizers, colorings, and preservatives, you're looking at something that has been produced not by a chef or farmer, but by a food scientist in a laboratory. It is this artificiality, this detachment from nature that makes ultra-processed foods fundamentally different from minimally processed or whole foods. Ultra-processed foods did not become popular by accident. They were deliberately designed to be cheap, convenient, delicious, and addictive. These products last longer on shelves, cost manufacturers less to produce, and can be sold at massive profit margins. They don't spoil quickly. They're easy to transport. And they can be marketed in countless ways, from kid-friendly cartoon characters to health claims like low-calorie, vitamin-fortified, or plant-based. The result? Ultra-processed foods now make up a massive share of calorie intake in many countries. In some places, People, especially children and young adults, get more than half of their daily calories from these products. And because they're engineered to be fast, easy, and tasty, they often replace traditional meals. Home-cooked foods and whole ingredients. How ultra-processed foods affect your body. This is where the story gets alarming. Scientists have found that diets high in ultra-processed foods are consistently associated with damaging health outcomes. These include 1. Obesity and rapid weight gain. Ultra-processed foods tend to be calorie-dense but nutritionally empty. They're designed to make you eat more than you intend to. Their combination of sugar, fat, and salt causes your brain's reward pathways to light up, pushing you to keep eating long after your body is full. Over time, this leads to overeating, metabolic disruption, and weight gain, to blood sugar spikes and insulin resistance. Refined carbohydrates and added sugars cause your blood sugar to rise rapidly. When this happens frequently, your cells become less responsive to insulin, setting the stage for type 2 diabetes. 3. Chronic inflammation. Artificial additives, emulsifiers, industrial oils, and preservatives have been shown to irritate the gut lining, trigger immune responses, and contribute to long-term inflammation, which is connected to conditions like heart disease and cancer. For disruption of gut microbiome. Ultra-processed foods lack fiber and are full of artificial components that harm the beneficial bacteria in your digestive system. A damaged microbiome affects everything from immunity to mental health. 5. Hormonal and appetite dysregulation. Because these foods override natural hunger cues, your hormones, especially leptin and ghrelin, lose balance over time. This makes it harder to know when you're full, leading to constant cravings. The addictive nature of ultra-processed foods. One of the most disturbing aspects is how closely ultra-processed foods resemble addictive substances. They are designed not just to taste good, but to trigger dopamine responses similar to those activated by alcohol, nicotine, or gambling. When a product combines sugar, salt, fat, artificial flavor enhancers, and crunch or creaminess, it engages reward circuits in the brain so strongly that moderation becomes nearly impossible. Many people blame themselves for lacking discipline. But the truth is far deeper. These foods are engineered to create dependency. This is why people often say they can't stop eating chips, cookies, soda, or fast food even when they want to. Hidden risks most people never hear about. Beyond the well-known risks of weight gain and diabetes, ultra-processed foods are now being linked to an even wider range of health problems. Cognitive decline and memory issues. Certain additives and high levels of refined sugar may impair brain function over time. Higher risk of depression and anxiety. Poor gut health and chronic inflammation disrupt neurotransmitters that influence mood. Increased cancer risk. Studies show consistent correlations between high UPF intake and cancers such as colorectal and breast cancer. Higher risk of early death. Large population studies have repeatedly shown that people who consume more ultra-processed foods have higher mortality rates from all causes. These findings do not point to a single fatal ingredient, but rather a combination of low-quality components, heavy processing, and the human body's inability to handle such artificial products long-term. Ultra-processed foods are not just a personal dietary issue. They're shaping national food systems, influencing children's eating habits, and replacing traditional diets around the world. As these foods become more widespread, chronic diseases rise with them. Healthcare systems become overwhelmed. Life expectancy drops. And generations grow up never experiencing what real, whole food tastes like. Food companies profit immensely from this shift, while individuals pay the price with their health. What you can do today. The solution is not to fear food or live with guilt. It's to take back control. Here are actionable steps. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Cook more at home, even if it's simple meals. Read ingredient labels and avoid long lists you can't understand. Choose foods made from real ingredients you would use in your kitchen. Replace sugary drinks with water, tea, or natural beverages. Gradually reduce your reliance on packaged, instant, or flavored products, small changes add up. The goal is not perfection, but awareness and progress. Ultra-processed foods have quietly reshaped the modern diet. And for years, their risks have been hidden beneath clever marketing, convenience, and addictive flavors. But the science is now clear. These products are not just unhealthy. They are actively undermining human health on a global scale. By understanding what they are, how they're made, and how they affect your body, you gain the power to make informed choices. You can protect your health, nourish your mind, and reclaim the natural relationship with food that humans have had for thousands of years long before industry replaced. Ingredients with chemicals. Remember, real food heals, real food sustains. Real food is the foundation of real health.